What is up, everybody? Welcome to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. We are going to be enrolled here at the Naranja Academy, taking lessons from tradition, growing stronger and greater. I'm really excited to show this game to you. I'm going to read this out, no matter how slow it freaking is. But I've missed you guys. I've missed you guys a lot. I'm really looking forward to showing you this game. It's time for you too to dive into the world of Pokemon. This is going to be probably my most ambitious walkthrough to date. I'm going to be covering every single brand new Pokemon on every route in great depth, so you guys know what you're catching. So as we're all going to be unfamiliar with these new Pokemon. This is Director Clavel, head of Naranja Academy. Paldea is a sprawling region bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. 403 Pokemon, I believe, call Paldea their home in this game. This is a brand new Pokemon. This is Pawmi. This isn't a spoiler. This was introduced to us in trailers and stuff. But this will not obviously be a spoiler-free zone. Pokemon can be found living all over in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns. We humans coexist with Pokemon as we both help one another to live and thrive. Naranja Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. Okie dokie. And as Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle growing alongside them as that muck is being attacked by a brand new regional form. While our robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It is within these halls that you will find your friends, your Pokemon, and your true self. We, the faculty and staff at Naranja Academy, can't wait to welcome you with open arms. Alright, let's jump into it. As we are welcomed by a cutscene that showcases the legendary Pokemon of the game that I'm playing. This is Koraidon, I believe. I'm not fantastic with names. Miraidon is the Pokemon Scarlet exclusive. Unless I'm getting them mixed up. That was also another brand new Pokemon. Oh, Lord. Right, I am somewhat familiar with the structure of the game, so I'm going to tell you more about how I plan to go about this walkthrough. Of course, it is a brand new open world game, similar to that of Legends Arceus, but even more grand. Nothing like any traditional Pokemon game that's came before it. More brand new Pokemon there. So the structuring of the walkthrough might confuse you going into it, but actually I have a way of condensing the episodes. I think you guys are going to like it. So we're watching this Miraidon. Koraidon? Which one is it? Come on, Phil. You should know this. It's not like it's your job or anything. Right. Another brand new Pokemon. I love its hair. And here we are at home. Very upper class. I'm kind of envious. 2022 has been a difficult year. Cost of living crisis. God, showing off with your house here, protagonist, and your mum. Now saving. The first thing we're going to do is turn off auto-saving, because for a multitude of reasons. So I don't like auto-saving. What if I make a mistake? I don't want it on. Also, you can bump into shiny Pokemon in the overworld and you can save them before you battle them, just in case you accidentally KO it. Or, oh no, it flees with Roar or something. So the first thing we are absolutely going to do is turn that off in the option menu. Text speed fast, of course. I'm just going to move my face for a second. Get out the way. Autosave off. We're not going to nickname anything. Skip cutscenes doesn't really do anything. I found, just like in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, you have the option to turn cutscenes off, but only cutscenes that feature absolutely zero text get turned off, which I don't think exists in this game. So, a bit of a useless feature. Anyway, here is a Squirrel event. You're not new. You're in the last game. You're in freaking Sword and Shield. Get out of here. Scram you. Right, where's our mum? Hello, mum. How you doing? You're not doing it. You're not doing the dishes there. You're just... You're doing hand puppet things, string puppets. You're not doing anything in your uniform and everything. Well, it is your first day at your new school after all. I'm so excited for you. Still, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little longer. Their words, not mine. Apparently there's something very important in orange text for your first day that still hasn't arrived. Maybe that's the very thing you're waiting for. Pidwintle, get the door, would you? Okie dokie. Very nice house. Yeah, big envy. Open plan living. Gosh, that mum must have been rich in whichever region she came from. I think it's canon that they're from the Galar region. Not 100%. Just apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment. Alright. I am the director of Naranja Academy. You can call me Mr. Clavel. Okay, person to help my son. We are very prestigious. We're a very prestigious student, so of course he's came to hand deliver. He's expecting big things from us. Also, I don't know. I'm making all. I could be reading the text, but instead I'm just making up the lore for myself. I'm planting my own story on the Pokemon games, which is my favorite way of playing. Actually, I prefer the red, blue, gold, silver way of doing things, where like you just throw it into the world and there's a loose story, but for the most part, you're just vibing in the world. And to be fair, this game is actually pretty good at that. There's a lot less interruptions past the first 2 hours of tutorial. Right, so I'll tell you the plan. This is going to probably be the longest episode in the entire walkthrough. The first 2 hours are quite handholdy in true Pokemon tradition with a lot of tutorials, and I just want to get through that in this episode so we can then jump straight into it. The game does give you fleeting moments of freedom throughout the course of this, which I'm very much looking forward to showing off, but like I said, you're not cool. All right. Oh, he's making himself very comfortable. All right, Mr. Clavel. Oh, just look at you already for your big day. Yes, the uniform of our storied academy suits you quite well indeed. Thank you. Oh, he's shocked. Gracious, how very careless of me. I'd entirely forgotten of something else for you, Master Pidwintle. A most important thing. But your living room is hardly the place for it. Okay, fantastic. Right, so this is going to activate the sequence that's going to get us our starter Pokemon. Let's do it. Bye, Mom. I will never see you again. In true 10-year-old Pokemon sense. Might see, if you faint, or a brand new feature in this game, run away from a trainer battle, you end up back at home. Or maybe the last Pokemon Center you visited, when I did it, I went back home. So, very interesting. God, what a lovely house. I wouldn't want to leave here. You obviously come for money. Like, just have the easy life. Pokemon. Screw the Pokemon thing. Just live off whatever investments you've got. These are the 3 starter Pokemon. We provide each student entering the academy a Pokemon of their own. I'll ask you to choose which among these 3 you'd like to have as your partner. Sprigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. Very cute. I am a cat person. Fuecoco or Fuecoco, the fire croc Pokemon. Very cute. That's grown on me. I'll tell you which one's my favorite in a second. Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. Oh, look how smug it is. They're all very good company. Why? They usually refuse to even leave my side. And we had to choose one of them. Only one of them, unfortunately. What's this? So it turns out they're more interested in you, Master Pidwintle, than familiar old me. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. I'll be at the house just over there. Take your time with your decision, then come find me once your mind is made up. Alright, so for a moment, we're not be able to choose any of them. What a manly fellow that director of yours is. These 3 are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. I can't wait to get past all of this like text and like tutorial segment. We've played a Pokemon game literally like 24 times here on my channel now, so I'd like to think I know what to do. We get the Rotom phone, which is going to basically live to your Pokedex and everything. You're probably used to the Rotom phone. I miss there being dedicated items for like Pokedexes and stuff, but I guess it kind of makes sense why a Rotom phone is a thing, I guess. Unfortunately, none of these belong to us just yet, but we get to see them interact with the world in a way that's never been done before. You can only walk. I am literally, like, trying to run as fast as I can. Unfortunately, I can't. So, yeah, we're just going to have to walk all the way down here. This is going to be the longest episode, like I said. The general structure for each episode onwards, probably going to do something along the lines of beat every single gym first. There are 3 stories. Finally, we get the ability to run. Our brain activated. Our one brain cell. All men share one brain. And today it was this person's turn with it. Thank God. We're going to do every gym leader and then various other stuff, which I'll talk about once we get the options for it in later episodes, all condensed in one episode. So there's Quaxley, just having a dip. Very cute. Look at it go. Sprigatito, the grass type, which has grown on me. I'm a cat person anyway, so I could be convinced right now to pick Sprigatito. I already think I know who I'm going to pick. It's going to be very spur of the moment. Fuecoco? Oh, you silly thing. Which implies it's the most powerful, because it does not have control over its power. And that's not a Pokemon. That's a human being. I do not choose you, unfortunately. Unfortunately? Oh, no. She's probably... Just... Shut up, Phil. Not quite. Master Peter Winall. I didn't hear what you said. I was too busy wondering if what I was saying was stupid. You can't eat that. You can't eat that, Fuecoco. I'm sorry. It's such a derp. I love it. People still say derp. Got 'em old. Right. Good Pokemon. Probably the strongest selection of starter Pokemon since maybe Gen 4. So the last game, BDSP. We haven't met yet, have we? Well, I guess Legends of Arceus was the last game. I must say, I wasn't expecting to see you here quite so soon. Hang on, Director. Is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Master Peter Whittle. He'll be attending as of today. So you're that kid who moved in up the road? Yes. I've been dying to find out more about you. Yes. I'm the Mona. Normally I live in the school dorms, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? Yes. Forced friendship. Jesus, love that enthusiasm. We're going to get along just fine. I don't want to be mean. I want to be nice. I want this playthrough to be nice. Highest ranking council member. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now. You and me. I don't have a Pokemon, unfortunately. I'm going to have to go home, actually. It's probably dinner time. I'm only 10. We're going to be neighbours and classmates. On that note, Master Peter Winall. Right, so just like in all previous traditional main series Pokemon titles, you're given a selection of 3 starter Pokemon, a grass type, a water type, and a fire type. Let's talk about them. First one we're going to talk about is obviously going to be the grass type, Sprigatito. This one, I think, is going to be the personal favorite, the general favorite of the Pokemon community when all is said and done, when the dust settles. Absolutely fantastic, speedy physical attack, and once it evolves, its hidden ability is Protean, which obviously, if you're familiar with previous Pokemon games, is massively overpowered, though has been nerfed in this game. And while it has not so much weaknesses, but doesn't fare well against the first couple of gyms, generally is going to serve you so well throughout the main story. Honestly, Sprigatito is probably the best Pokemon out of the trio. The second Pokemon we're going to talk about is going to be Fuecoco, of course. This thing's really grown on me. So it's quite slow once it evolves into its final form, but has absolutely monstrous physical attack, special attack to make up for it, and gets access to a bunch of fantastic fire type attacks that take advantage of it. Was my least favorite going into this, but probably my actual favorite now the game's out and I've played around with it just a little bit. Absolutely love Fuecoco. There's quite a few fire types you can catch. There isn't so much a lacking of fire types in this region, but they're typically a rarer type in any Pokemon game. So if you're looking for a fire type Pokemon, of course Fuecoco it's going to serve you so well throughout the entire game, as long as you can deal with its poor speed. And finally, you have probably the middle of the three. If Fuecoco's the weakest, then Quaxley is probably the second strongest. It's a jack of all trades, probably master of none, though it does excel in physical attack. It's just a general great all-rounder. Design-wise, its final evolution is probably the weakest in my personal view. To some of you guys, it might be the strongest. Who knows? But overall, I love Quaxley. Look how smug it is. Look at its dumb little smug face. I absolutely love it. So, I'm going to go with who I was going to pick going into this episode. I'm going to pick Fuecoco. I played around with Fuecoco prior to recording these episodes. Fire type, burning hot sparks, its scatters will fry any and all plants. Yes, please. I love its dumb little face. Look at it. Look how cute it is. I just want to hold it. We're not going to give it a nickname, but I just want to love it. Look how cute it is. It's so freaking dumb. Oh. So that's Fuecoco. Look, it's a brand new Pokemon game. I'm not good with names, like, in real life. I can't remember people's names at the best of times. I don't know how to pronounce anything. So I'm from Birmingham. I can barely speak English as it is. So yeah, your first Pokemon, please raise it with love and care. Okay, we will. So let's skip the dialogue for a little bit here. We are just going to take on our first battle. We're going to take on our rival, our designated rival for the first time. Let's do it. Even though this trainer is supposedly one of the best in the region, she still only has a level 5 like me. And the progression implies that she... I don't know. I don't know how this works in the Pokemon world, if I'm being honest. Yes. Right, since people want to chose Fuecoco, and that's a bit dumb. I'm not gonna lie, because grass is weak to fire. Why are you putting yourself at a disadvantage like that? You be like Blue was in the original, please. Right, we are gonna battle her. Let's do it. That's one thing I don't like about rivals in this game. And we're finally given like free reign with the camera and stuff. The rival chooses the Pokemon that's weak to you. I get the game's trying to give you a tutorial, but I don't know. We back 25 years ago, we learnt the hard way. And like, oh, look at me now. I've turned out great, right? Perfecto, I'm so excited for this battle. I think I'll use Miss Nemona. Very text-heavy episode, this. I trust you remember that Master Peter Winnow is wholly inexperienced in Pokemon battling. Good call, Director. I was about to send out one of my... Oh, okay. Oh, so she does have... Interesting. I was just complaining. Okay, so... Yeah, she is generally seen as one of the strongest trainers, like, in the school. So she has stronger Pokemon, but she's only going to use this starter. That's pretty cool. I like that. Sprigatito is going to be a mainstay on her team throughout the entire journey. So let's permanent first battle. Let's just have some fun. It's not our first battle. We have literally played every single Pokemon game. It is what it is. Use Scratch. That's not going to do too much because we have a super effective attack that's going to KO you in 2 turns. You must have been studying up. Fire is... Yes. I wish there was a way you could skip all these tutorials because this episode would be significantly shorter, but I hope you are enjoying it. Leave a like if you are, I guess, maybe. I don't know what people do on YouTube anymore. Calls to actions, are they still popular? We grow to level 6. Good stuff. Look at him. Look at him. He's so powerful. What's with that, like, glove arm thing? Not bad, neighbor. Is it just fashion or am I being ableist? Oh no, I'd like to not get cancelled in my first video. Winning your first battle ever. You got even more potential than I thought. You're going to be a strong trainer for sure. Now I want to try a different... No, we can't battle again. Actually, we could just farm XP. I wouldn't be opposed to that, actually. So I got kind of caught up in all the excitement. We could do, like... don't, like... let's battle again soon, sure, whatever. You two seem to be becoming fast friends that you've only just met.
Can I kindly see your new school? Yes, sure. Take me under your wing. I'm better than you already. It's fine. You have a smartphone, right? Oh, yes, I do. I don't understand all these gadgets. I am a bit... God, I'm 28 now. Christ. It's a must-have for Pokemon trainers. It's a super handy app. Our homeroom teacher, Ms. Jack, actually made it himself. Very cool. Very nice. Ordinary papers and handwritten notes to compile our Pokédexes. It's quite the age we live in now. God, how old are you? That was like Legends Arceus. No matter how much the times may change, the wonder of meeting new Pokemon never does. It's truly a timeless pleasure. And the more Pokemon that you encounter, the more you'll find yourself growing and changing. I hope you will both work hard toward the goal of completing your own Pokédexes. Now, Miss Nemona, I do still have a few matters to discuss with your parents. Could I depend on you to see Master Peter Winall to the Academy? You'd be doing me quite the favor. Right, so we are going to be diverted towards the Naranja Academy and be enrolled there. We're still quite a while away from actually doing it, though. This episode's going to be a long one. Maybe I ought to make a little more time to work on my progress along with all my battling. Oh, right. Speaking of Pokédexes, Peter Winall, you've probably never caught... I have... No, I don't need this. Nemona, please. I insist. I implore you. Just let me live. Let me do my thing. Back in my day, we were just thrown into Route 1 after Pallet Town. And we were just told to fend for ourselves. But we are going to go to what I believe is called the Poco Path now. And our mum wants something. What do you want? Oh, Peter, she looks very young. I hear that Nemona will be taking you to school. She can't be like... She does not look like her mum. She looks younger than me. I look young. I read all about the wonderful teachers for so many handy facilities. Yes, adding your new friend, Nemona. It sounds like your school. It is. It is. We'll keep in touch, I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe I'll forget about you when I'm the, strongest trainer in the region. A sandwich. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Maybe you better take these 2. 5 potions. Oh, you are useful. Thank you. Use them on that precious little partner of yours should it get hurt in battle. There's a couple of brand new features I can showcase to you guys in a moment as well, which also will include the potions. So, all right then, you two had better be off. Yes, you're gonna make us late, Mom. Mom, I'm trying to get my groove on, Mom. Leave me alone, Mom. Mother's so nice, Peter Winall. I'm just being stupid. Oh no, forgive me. This first episode, I'm just gonna be delirious. Every future episode, I'm gonna be like jam-packed full of freaking useful information. Hopefully, this one's just me vibing, and oh no, I don't think my vibe goes with anyone. Right. Anyway, here is what I think is called the Poco Path. Hey, let's go. Right, give us the tutorial. Just let us live. The game gives us like small moments of freedom that are absolutely like, it's a taste of what the game. Oh no, kind of. You can see my brain work in real time as I'm watching the cutscene. It gives you a sense of freedom that shows you how good the game is going to be. But when the game is just throwing so many tutorials at you, it's just a little bit frustrating. I apologize if I'm complaining. Trust me, I truly believe this is the best Pokemon game ever released. But the tutorial is a little bit... Nah. You put the Pokeballs in your bag. At least we get 5 Pokeballs. So... there's a LECHONK. I keep calling it a pig. There's so many pig Pokemon at this point. So I'm battling this LECHONK, Peter Winall. So we are forced into a wild battle here. Let's talk about LECHONK, shall we? And let's talk about every Pokemon available here on this route while we're doing it. So, LECHONK. LECHONK has a split evolution depending on whether it's male or female. We're of course fighting a male right now. It's a somewhat bulky physical attacker. It's a pretty generic first route normal type Pokemon. It's not going to really excel in anything past the first couple of gyms, but it evolves quite early. You'll probably get its first evolution first, its only evolution, after you defeat the first gym. So overall, not the worst choice if you are going to
Oh no, just one backup just in case your starter Pokemon faints. Of course, shared XP makes that like so much easier to level this up. You don't even have to use it. So yeah, pretty good. Another new Pokemon you can find here on this route is going to be Tarantula. We are going to be seeing one in just a second. I'm not going to catch every new Pokemon, but yeah, Tarantula. Not going to lie, it's a pretty poor defensive bug. It specializes in defense and special defense, and its stats don't really excel in them stats as it is. Also, being a bug type, it has quite a lot of weaknesses. I don't really recommend using this Pokemon. Of course, catch it for your Pokedex. You're going to want to get familiar with it as it's a brand new Pokemon, but I don't really recommend using it. Finally, available here is going to be Pawmi. Pawmi is a pretty decent Pokemon to catch, to be fair. Electric-type Pokemon don't typically pop up this early in traditional main series games, and once you do evolve it, it's actually not a bad choice. It's a pretty good, speedy, physical attacker. With 3 evolutions, all of them are very easy. You could get its final evolution by the first gym if you grind it. Overall, I recommend using this if you're looking out for an electric-type Pokemon early on in the game. Maybe you've got a grass-type and want the type advantages Pawmi gives you. Right, so here we are, Poco Path. There's a bunch of like items listed all over the place. I actually recommend you pick them up. Let's see what this is. It's going to be stuff like potions, maybe a revive or 2, and Pokeballs. Of course, there's a few other Pokemon available here on the route, stuff like Hoppip, Scatterbug. We're not going to cover them because you guys probably like familiar with those Pokemon as it is. I want to introduce you guys to the Pokemon you probably have never seen before in your life. Of course, not a spoiler-free zone. Walking is very weird sometimes. You just stop running at times. Maybe I've got like drift or something. I don't know. Hey, Pidwinno, are you getting the hang of how to catch Pokemon? Okay, we haven't caught anything. We've just caught LeChonk. Oh. A mysterious cry. I thought that was her being angry at us for a second. I was like, what the hell? Like, only catching LeChonk, you that offended at us? You're not you when you're hungry, Nimona. I've never heard that kind of cry before. All right, I say we find whatever made that cry. Okay. Right, so this is going to be our introduction to... Well, I'll just let you see for yourselves. This is pretty cool. What's going on? What's going on? Let us see. What's down there? If you were paying attention to the first cutscene, because I definitely wasn't, you would have been introduced to the legendary Pokemon of this game. The box legendary, the Pokemon that represents freaking Pokemon Scarlet. These Houndour are like, yo, it's dinner time. We eating good. Oh, no, it's like, oh gosh. I love this thing. I have fallen in love with this Pokemon. Okay, we fall off the cliff. But our phone saves. I love the implication that the phone can save you. The Rotom phone can save you because it means in Pokemon Legends Arceus, it just didn't give a damn about you. Like, if you fell off a high ledge in Legends Arceus, it would just let you die. But this one, this Rotom phone's just like, yeah, I'll save your life if you fall off high ledges. It also means fall damage isn't a thing in this game. You can jump off anything you want, which I love. I love having free movement like that. The rest of the UK didn't in 2016, but yeah, Mysterious Pokemon seems to be too weak to move. Did I just make a Brexit joke? Yes, I did. Give it some to help park it up. No, I don't want to give it the sandwich. No, I was looking forward to that. A mum gate. No. Oh, all right. If we must. I love this thing. It's so How to Train Your Dragon. This is my little Toothless. I love it. Look at it. Oh, it loves its little sandwich. Oh, I was hoping you just wanted a potion or something. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Which is like, oh yeah, it has like base power like 680 or something, I think. But yeah, it's so cute. It's so adorable. Absolutely adore it. Look at it go. Okay, where's it gonna go? Let's stop talking about how cute it is. What's next? What are you gonna do? It is. It is, is it Koraidon, Miraidon? God, I'm not good with my consonants. I don't know which one's which. Like I said, I'm just lucky I can read as it is. Textures are a little rough on this Pokemon, I find. And like, God forgive me, I know Pokemon fans talk about graphics, all that. I'm a PC gamer. I like maxing everything out. Like all the graphics, anti-aliasing, all of that. It's stuff I noticed. Textures seem a little bit rough on this Pokemon, but honestly, only this Pokemon in general. Like, textures in these games are exactly how I want a Pokemon game to look like. No, there is a lot of performance bugs, and we're probably going to spot a few throughout the course of the game. Anyway, it goes into its cave. We just gave it a sandwich, and it just walks away from us. Does it want us to follow it in there? We're going to, because we're 10, and... Oh, we shouldn't be allowed to play out by ourselves, should we? We just follow any random thing to its cave. Oh, I don't like that implication. Right. Feels a bit Assassin's Creed-y here. Just a little, I don't know, follow quest here. And you can't run past it. As soon as you try and run past it, you just start walking, which I'm a bit, I don't like that. Let's just walk faster. This is very Assassin's Creed. Just come on, let us walk. Nemona's followed us. Oh no, Nemona's up there. And we're down here. She's got the high ground or something. I don't know, I haven't watched Star Wars. There you are, people. Are you okay? You're not hurt, right? I'm fine, the phone saved my life. The time traveler in Legends Arceus didn't give a damn about, didn't care at all. But me, the protagonist in this game, Rotom phone likes me. Love it. Alright, we're going to grab this while we're here. What's that Pokemon in front of you? Yeah, I just caught this, Nemona. Yeah, this is my new Pokemon. I'm just exploring now. I'm just vibing. Right, so we get introduced to some Houndour. The Houndour that... I probably tried to eat this just now. Houndoom up there. You can... Actually, can I throw... Oh, can I throw my Pokemon at it? No, I can't. No, I can't. Also, yeah, using the right trigger, you can throw your Pokemon at Pokemon. Or, if you want to do auto battles... oh, it's already out. You can also attack like Yungoos there. Good way to level up your Pokemon. I should be doing that more. Tell me off in the comments if I'm not doing that frequently enough, please. Eat the Yungoos. Eat my child. Good. Right. Let's follow this. Let's not get distracted. But yeah, you can find Diglett, Yungoos, Houndour as well. I don't think there's any new Pokemon in here other than this massive dragon that's directly in front of us. Also, another thing that I don't like about this little like follow quest here, you literally, this is an invisible wall until it freaking goes far enough here. Just, I don't know. I don't know what I think about this. I think the start of the game is actually quite weak, and it doesn't give the game enough. Oh no, it just doesn't give... It doesn't give you enough freedom to showcase what the game is really capable of, which I could see putting a few people off. Forgive me for my stutter there. I could see putting a few people off, like, to begin with, but trust me, once you're given free reins, oh my life, what a game. Glad you've got your bodyguard, but watch your back, they're strong. Yeah, Nemona, whatever. I'm sure I know what I'm doing. It's not letting me walk past it anyway. I think it's got my back and my front. Oh, its tail did just hit me though. Can we walk past you now? No? No? You're just gonna stand there? Okay, come on. Come on now. Oh my gosh, you straight up pulverized that rock. Now, I know how difficult like game development is and like activating like routes of like where NPCs need to go, but gosh. Oh, this is a little bit slow. And the game doesn't give the player enough credit. Like, just let us get to our destination. Let us get on with the game. We are going to lose to that Houndoom if we are forced to battle it. So this is not a good idea. It's just like Pokemon Sword and Shield when you face against Zacian or Zamazenta at the very beginning. Can we catch it? Your hands are trembling. Unfortunately, you can't catch it. That would be OP. Let's battle it. Use Crunch. Not on my Fuecoco. Oh, got too scared. Good shout. Houndoom's just like, what the hell? Battle me. Good shout, Fuecoco. Come on. Be good for something. Help me. You've already prevented me from running. Is it calling for backup? Oh, it is. This is not a brand new type of horde battle where it's like 10v1, unfortunately. This is just a cutscene. I wonder if this is one of the cutscenes that could be skipped. I don't think it is because there's been a text box. Someone should test that for me. Let me know in the comments. No one's made it this far in the video, let's be honest. We're getting saved. Good stuff. I'm going to call it Koraidon until further notice. Am I right? Is my Koraidon? Yeah, this is Koraidon, right? Oh, I don't know. I can barely remember my friends' names. I can barely remember my name. Right. I'm just going to stand there like this. Yeah. Yeah, everything's good now. All right. All right. Way to go. For a second, I thought you were both gone at this rate. Honestly, with how slow this tutorial is, I might not make it to the end. I'm trying to be funny about the tutorial. It's probably annoying some people who are like, Pokemon can do no wrong. Stop complaining about the... Oh, it's died. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh. Blood's on our hands as well. Christ. Maybe use up all its power. Why is this Pokemon? It kind of looks like a Cyclizer, but I've never seen one quite like this before. See, we don't know what a Cyclizer is. I mean, we have watched the trailers. We know what a Cyclizer is, but as a 10-year-old right now, we don't know what a Cyclizer is. So you're just like trying to sound smart for the sake of sounding smart. Guess it's not like you're this Pokemon's trainer yet, huh? Oh, it's all right again. Oh, it's just being a bit over. It's like a dog that just refuses to be walked. So it just like flops down on the floor. You think this fellow is the one making that mysterious cry we heard before? Yes. The more I look at this Pokemon, the more mysterious. You think? You think this ancient-looking dinosaur isn't mysterious, Nimona? I like her phone case, though. It's a good phone case, but that's beside the point. You don't think this dinosaur that has literally came to us from the ancient past isn't mysterious? We get Swift. That's quite nice. I think before you use it, though, TMs can only be used once. You've both been through enough for a minute. I think we better take a breather. Let's just get to the lighthouse. That'll be a good spot to relax. Okie dokie. Right. Head to the lighthouse. Don't mind if I do. Here's another thing we can beat up on. Kill it. Eat the spider. Good stuff. Apparently that healed as well. It's probably mid-heal, maybe. Right, we're level 7. We need to start focusing on like battling and stuff. It's difficult when I'm like talking about which Pokemon are available on each route because I'm trying to focus on what I'm talking about. What are you doing out here? I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. We're just vibing. I'm not talking to you two. You can shove it. Oh, fantastic. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess I will. Yeah, aren't you Evan? You're the son of that Pokemon researcher, Professor Sada. Actually, do want to read this because it's another important character. Doesn't matter who my mum is. Okay, touchy. Real issue here is what in the world this Pokemon is doing out here. So this guy's obviously familiar with this Pokemon. Why is with this form it's in? I met it at the bottom of the cliff. See, we heard this strange cry, but we tried to investigate, but Peter Wintle fell off a cliff. Oh, gosh. Alright, describe my career. Alright, Pokemon saved him, but it seems like it wore itself out in the process. It got kind of slumpy afterward. But you should have seen it before. It looked totally different. It was unbelievably strong. Wow, yeah, as it should be. But it can't fight while it's like this. The form Koraidon takes in battle. That's its true form. Alright, Koraidon. Koraidon, was I right? I can't remember. I'm just going to say yes. Survivor bias. Is that this Pokemon's name? How do you know it? Okay. You can't go in the lab. It's locked. Okay, I don't remember ever seeing you around, but given the uniform, you go to the academy too, do you? Yes. Koraidon isn't the sort of Pokemon that any old trainer can hope to command. It's special. It's very cute. I love it. What sort of Pokemon is it? Think you're up to ordering Koraidon around? Then how about I test your worthiness? Go on then, sure. Look at you, quite the little go-getter. I'm feeling all out of sorts, so I'm gonna use this battle to blast those doldrums away. Alright, so this is our second trainer battle. We're just thrust right into it. Introduction to another main character in this game. You will see a little later on in future episodes why that is. These memories are leaving a bad taste in my mouth and I want it gone. That's a bit edgy, alright. A level 5 Squovet should be an easy 3-hit KO, right? Oh, it crits. Oh, mwah, love it. Good stuff. Use Bite. Thankfully, we're faster than it, so no risk of being flinched. Good stuff. Look at it. Just, I love it. I love it in the background. Oh my god. This is the high quality animations that Pokemon were talking about, like for Sword and Shield. Think we needed to wait a gen because it gives these Pokemon like so much more personality. Like, I freaking love this thing. Very clearly, I've said so like half a dozen times now. Right. How you doing? Wow, PD Winnell, that was awesome. I guess I wasn't ever going to stand a chance using some Pokemon I'd only just caught. So what this guy is going to do, if you really think you can take right off my hand, it's Pokeball the Brute's been kept in. We are literally just based off the back of beating this trainer with a level 5 Squoved, given the responsibility of this ancient dragon, this ancient, presumably legendary dragon. Make it make sense. The start of this game is a little bit wacky, but you know what? Apparently, we deserve the responsibility of this thing. Look at it. Oh, I love it. I've said that 7 times now. Come on, stop it, Phil. That Avon guy definitely knows more than he's letting on. Next time he and I are battling, I'm going to ring some answers out to him. But, oh, right, we got to climb the lighthouse. Can't wait to show you the view of our school. Gosh, it really is going to be a long episode. I'm thinking of, like, what's to come as well. So much tutorials, but it's worth it when the game gives you freedom. This game's so good. It's so good. Here we are at the top of the lighthouse. They didn't animate the the ladder, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately. That's Mesagoza. My knowledge of Spanish locations comes purely from football or soccer for you Americans. So that's where my knowledge of how to pronounce things come from. I'm probably incorrect. Looking forward to it. Sure, whatever. Right, I can't wait to get back. I'm going to get to learn so much and battle so much. Isn't it awesome what you can see from up here? Mountains, forests, grasslands, beautiful nature stuff. As far as the eye can see. This is its Breath of the Wild moment, I guess. Where it's just showcasing like the landscape, all the mountains. Everything you see on screen right now, you are able to visit. Which is very cool. Maybe not now with the abilities you've got. But as the game opens up to you, as you get the ability to traverse faster, jump higher, everything like that. Be able to glide, swim, etc, etc. Everything you see, you can touch. And everything you can touch, you can... I don't know where I was going with that. But very, very cool. So we've got to head to Los Platos. And this is where the game starts to give you just that little bit of sense of freedom. And the music, the soundtrack is so good. We're going to go to the South Province area 1. Where... just while Fuecoco is taking things on. And while we're battling this guy, I'm going to talk to you about... Is that a shiny right there? Is that a shiny right there? I don't want to battle you. There's a freaking shiny Pokemon right there. Okay. While I compose myself, we're going to talk about the... No, we're not. We're going to save it. We're just going to beat this guy up. And we're going to see if that's a shiny. We're going to see if that's a shiny. That looked... Freaking... I want to be done with this battle. Let's be done with this freaking battle. Let us freaking go. Stop holding us captive. That was our first trainer battle. This is nothing I've seen before. This is a shiny LeChonk. Oh my god. I don't even want to risk damaging this. A shiny LeChonk in our first episode. Please catch. Let's go. Oh my life. That has never happened to me before during a playthrough. Would you like to give LeChonk a nickname? We don't. We have to use this. We have to use this LeChonk now. What gender was it? It was a female LeChonk. Sick. Well, we have to use that. I'm flustered right now. We're going to talk about the brand new Pokemon you can find here on the South Province, Area 1. We're going to start with Paldean Wooper. Paldean Wooper, I don't find this to be as good as the original Wooper family. It's especially defensive with great HP, but its new typing gives it quite a lot of weaknesses. But overall, look at it. It's bloody adorable. I love it. I love its evolution, which is going to be something we see a bit later on in the game. We're just going to train out LeChonk while we're doing all of this. Overall, I prefer in battle the original, but still, you can't really go wrong with it. Look at it. It's bloody Wooper. Next up is Wiglet, another Pokemon we've seen in trailers. Wiglet is basically exactly the same as the original Diglett, just a converged evolution of it. Once it evolves into Wugtrio, yes, that is its name. Again, exactly the same as Dugtrio, just water type now, which is maybe a better defensive typing. Is it better in terms of attacking? I don't think it is, but overall, still, it's a fantastic physical attacker. Very speedy. Not as good abilities either, unfortunately. Next up, we have a Pokemon we are trying to battle right now, Fido. Fido is the first Fairy-type Pokemon you're going to encounter. Unfortunately, our little thing is a little bit weak here. We can just heal it up using the menu here. Fido is speedy, somewhat bulky, with physical attack once it evolves. It evolves quite early. Getting its level 26 might be a bit difficult because it's not exactly the strongest in its current form, as you can tell from its base stats. But overall, I like Fido. Very cute Pokemon. Look at it. It's a puppy made of dough. Who doesn't love this thing? Next up, what I presume is that people are going to be told to go this direction, so everyone's just going to go right. And if you do go right from here, you're going to be able to encounter a Pokemon called Flamigo. This is a flying fighting type, quite similar to Hawlucha, not as good as Hawlucha. But it's got a fantastic physical attack and decent speed. It's going to be able to carry you throughout the course of the game. Fantastic attacking typings. There's more interesting Pokemon in this game. Obviously, it doesn't evolve, and it is literally just a flamingo. But overall, it's similar to Hawlucha, and that is probably the biggest compliment I can give it. A final Pokemon available here on this route, a bit further past Los Platos, is going to be Shroodle. Shroodle is the pre-evolution of Graphite, a Pokemon that was introduced in previous trailers for this game, and honestly, it's a pretty great early option. Very speedy, good mixed attacker. Just overall, like, I can't sing the praises of this Pokemon enough as a Pokemon that you pick up literally within the first area. It's not the strongest Pokemon when, like, push comes to shove later on, when you can encounter the, pseudo-legendaries from basically every region, etc., etc. But it's still fantastic. Absolutely love this Pokemon. Being able to pick it up so early. Easy evolution method. Jobs are good in. Alright. We've had a lot of excitement in this first episode. That has completely changed things. That LeChonk. So, I have just been, like, taking things on as and when I can, like, doing all the necessary trainer battles. Trainer battles in this game, absolutely not required. I've been able to play through this entire game once without taking on a single trainer battle, other than, like, rival battles and gym trainers. So you can do it. Just make sure you're taking advantage of the auto battle system, the Let's Go system. Where you can battle wild Pokemon without the use of your, your guiding, I guess. What's the word I'm looking for? Guidance. There we go. Speak English, Phil. Overall, yeah. The game gives you a lot of freedom, and of course, we're going to be talking about the kinds of Pokemon you can encounter. You can encounter Pokemon all over the world at any level. It's very cool. In fact, I'd have already done a video on that before this one came out. So yeah, but
Mnemonics help out, isn't okay? Send your lead Pokemon out. That's what I've just been explaining. It'll pick up items lying around, just like in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Look at him battling a regular Lechonk. What a noob. Yeah, very similar to Legends Arceus. I find it to be a little bit finicky. The Pokemon basically goes in the direction you're facing, not towards where, let's say, wait, can we go on Koraidon? No, we can't. Not the direction where Pokemon are actually are, unfortunately. I'd like to pick up a Strudel, though capturing that shiny Lechonk has kind of changed my plans for my team just a little bit. Of course, I'm going to have to use that. Well, here's a Strudel. Let's... actually, I've just accidentally KO'd it. I was tempted to catch it. You know what? For now, maybe I'll do it off screen. Maybe... So my plan is, for each gym, there's going to be a different strategy you can compose before each and every... no, based on like which route the gym's on, stuff like that. And we're just going to take out all of these while I'm trying to formulate my sentence. Basically, before every gym, there's going to be Pokemon on the route previous or in front of it that has Pokemon super effective against it, just due to the nature of like the amount of variety of Pokemon there is in the game. I'd like to showcase that. For each gym, I want to showcase that there is a method you can go about if you are in dire need of strategy to beat that gym. Does that make sense? I hope it does. We're going to showcase that as we get further on in the walkthrough. I'm a bit flustered, as you can probably tell. A shiny Lechonk, let's go. I'm already imagining the thumbnail and the title. Like, yes. I thought my comeback was going to fail. I thought I was going to flop, but let's go. Did you battle some trainers on the hill? Bet your Pokemon are getting stronger. How about you show me how much you all have learned in a battle? Yeah, I'm buzzing, man. Let's go. Let's have a fruitful battle. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. There's still just a little bit more tutorial. In fact, there's probably like another 20 minutes of it. But we're having our second rival battle now. This could have been separated into numerous episodes, but honestly, I don't think, like, realistically, no one's going to be searching this up. And I think for the most part, that's what people are going to be, like, relying on these episodes for. It's going to be stuff you're finding in search results. I'd rather just condense this all into one episode. Now, again, the shiny Pokemon does kind of make up for it, but who knows? You really work your time matchups. I can tell badly you want to win. I'd rather condense all of the tutorial into one episode, even if it makes the first episode just like abnormally long. I want to aim for like 20 to 25 minute episodes. Anyway, screw your Sprigatito. About to send out Pawmi. All right, pretty cool. This is our first trainer battle against it. You're legit, Peely Winnell. She could just use her main Pokemon against us. It's actually kind of nice that she's catching Pokemon as she goes along. This is level 9. So it has been necessary us doing them auto battles, because otherwise we could have been in a little bit of a predicament. Oh, she's showcasing terrestrialization for the first time. What type are you going to change your Pokemon into? Electric. Okay, so terrestrialization. It turns the Pokemon into the type that its hat is wearing. In this case, electric type. Now, it was already electric type. So, that's going to make it so its stab, its same type attack bonus, is 2 times rather than 1.5 times. You following? I hope you're following. I'm thinking it's probably safer if we heal here. Just because I didn't catch how much damage that Thunder Shock did. I'd rather not like risk halfway Fuecoco fainting there. Thunder Shock, okay. Good stuff. Also, I do want to talk about like shiny Pokemon. Due to the nature of how frequently you're going to be bumping into just wild Pokemon in the overworld, them appearing shiny in the overworld really counts for something. Those encounters are going to add up. Unfortunately, there isn't like a shiny sound. You can't
tell that a Pokemon is shiny unless you just know what its shiny looks like, because you're not given an audio cue. But due to the nature of how many Pokemon you're bumping into, already we've probably seen like 100 Pokemon. Well, you would have if you were encountering Pokemon naturally instead of just like rushing straight here. Yeah, you're going to see a bunch of shiny Pokemon probably throughout your playthrough, but you might not even notice it. So, yeah. Also, the auto battle system, I believe, doesn't defeat any shiny Pokemon. Like the Pokemon you're using refuses to battle it. Right. Let's continue on. We are here at, what is this place called? Mesagoza? Is that correct? I'm not good with learning new city names. Ever since like Generation 7. Maybe I'm old. I was talking to this about with my friend. Maybe we're just old, but I can't remember like new place names, new Pokemon names, anything like that. I've probably called this shiny LECHONK Tepig at some point, and it's probably like triggered a few people, like leaving hateful comments like, it's not called Tepig, it's LECHONK. Show some respect. Put some respect on LeChonk's name. I did say LECHONK then. Good. It is called LECHONK, right? Yes, it is. Mesagoza, the biggest city. Not Mesagoza, Mesagoza. It's a big trade hub since a long time ago. Lots of folks come here to learn about advances in technology and all kinds of other stuff. Lovely. There's a hair salon where you can change your look, plus places with tasty food and fixings. Again, this is all tutorial stuff that I could just tell you in like a fraction of the time. We wanna get tasty food, sure. I didn't have you pegged for a big eater. Are you shaming me? I want to be sure you'll be able to terrestrialize your Pokemon too. Awesome. Have fun looking around the city for a bit. We're just going to head straight to the academy. We are just going to head straight to the academy. Once you've seen your fill, we can meet up again in front of the school. Just be ready. The stairs up to school are no joke. Later then, get pumped for some terrestrializing. I can't say that word. That word is probably 3 syllables too much for me. Right, we still don't have the ability to mount our Koraidon just yet. That will make navigating this city so much faster. For now, we just gotta keep running. But I will say, I absolutely love the scale of these cities. It feels like you're in an episode of the anime, and it's the first Pokemon game that really showcases just how grand these cities really can be. I adore it. A lot of these buildings you can't actually enter, which maybe if you're one of those people who enjoy like the lore of the game and the world building aspect, that is a little bit of a negative. But I love how grand these cities feel. There you go, if you join Team Star, you can do something. I skipped. Dude, what's with you? Do you want to burn bright with awesome friends like us? Not really. Look, we've got a quota we're supposed to fill for new members, so just sign up already. Alright. I'd rather not. Yeah, let's help her out. This is going to be our introduction to another, say, mainstay character throughout this game. We're Team Star, kid. We burned so bright it hurts to look at us. But you knew that, right? Yes. Yes, I did. Totally. Do you know exactly who you're messing with? You're still coming at us with that attitude? You're scary, kid. If you joined Team Star, you'd be looking down from the top in no time. Hey, we can't just let something like this slide. The honor of our team's on the line. So we've got no real choice but to battle, yeah? That's true. You keep watching on that little Four Eyes over there. I'll make sure this fresh-faced nobody ends up seeing stars. Ha, Team Stars. Ah, that's funny. She said the name of the thing. Right, it should be a pretty easy battle. This is just introducing us to the bad team at the game. In true Pokemon sense, it's all formulaic. It's showing us, like, this is the bad team. This is a main character in the game. This is what you're supposed to do, etc., etc. Like, to be fair, if I wasn't 28 and hadn't played through every single Pokemon game, this might be useful. I just wish there was a way to maybe enable something along the lines of, like, have you played a Pokemon game before? If you tick yes, then it will cut out a lot of this tutorial stuff. Maybe it starts you from the Naranja Academy and it gives you starter Pokemon that way. Or if you are unfamiliar with Pokemon games, it starts you from the house. I think that'd probably be the best way of doing it. Unfortunately, it results in the first couple of hours of these games being a little bit slow. But I can't wait to showcase the level of freedom you're given. It's that student council dweeb. She's going to report us if we don't buck it. I can't believe you, Peter Winnell. You don't have to go finding Ranos to battle. You'll have all the battles you'll ever need with me. She loves battling. That's her thing. And that is, well, we'll see in just a second. That is actually just completely her thing. She's introducing that to us. Right, so we're just going to head to Naranja Academy. She's got a gift for us. I believe that is the Terra Orb. I was going to say the Terrestrialization Crystal. I'm not familiar with the names of everything. Gives your Pokemon the power to crystallize. If you've watched the trailers going into this game, you guys will know exactly what that does. For our starter Pokemon, our Terra typing is Fire, which will give our Fuecoco 2x stab. I've already explained that. Never mind, I'll take my chance with the new kit. Then take your places and battle. Okay, so now we're going to be encouraged to terrestrialize. One thing that they've taken out of this game that I'm not particularly fond of is the ability to skip battle animations. If any of you have watched my previous playthroughs, previous Pokemon games, you guys will know I turn off battle animations. Saves a crap ton of time. However, in this game, maybe they didn't want people doing that. Maybe they wanted people seeing the animations. You can't turn them off. Another thing is that they've turned off the ability to set the battle style from switch to set, meaning your Pokemon stay in battle no matter what. Like, you aren't able to switch your Pokemon once you've KO'd one of the trainer's Pokemon. You can't do that anymore. It means like stuff like Nuzlocke maybe have got a little bit easier unless you self-impose a certain rule set. They've taken a couple of things like that out that I don't think they really should have. There might be an item later on that enables you, but from the data mines and stuff like that, nothing has been discovered. So it's kind of looking like that's what it is. Right, power burn so bright. Yeah, whatever, Team Star. Whatever you say. Nice, Peter Winnell. You pulled off terrestrializing, no problem. Moves of your Pokemon's Terra types will hit even harder when it's terrestrialized, you know? Sometimes you find a Pokemon whose Terra type is totally different from its usual type. The difference can open up your strategic options. I'm reading this out because it is actually quite useful. And we might bump into a few Pokemon that have a different Terra type from what its normal typing is, which makes it more dynamic in battle. For example, Tyranitar, quad weak to fighting. You could make your Tyranitar a ghost type, which completely nullifies that typing. Of course, it gains the weaknesses the ghost would have, but it just makes for more dynamic battles. I'm interested to see how it develops the competitive scene now that the game's out. But at least at the time of uploading this, it's out in Australia. Right, so now we need to go to school. Let's do it. The NPCs in this game kind of pop up and spawn. Like that one episode of Rick and Morty, like they'll be glitching out in the background. I hope I can showcase that to you. Look at this guy. This guy's power walking. I would bully this kid. No, I wouldn't. Look at me. I didn't bully anyone. Anyone who went to school with me would have just heard me say that and be like, you bullied no one. You were a nerd. Like, what are you doing? Stop acting like something you're not in your videos, Phil. You complete dweeb. Here we are, Peter Winnell. Welcome to Naranja Academy. This is the entrance hall. Sign up for a whole bunch of classes. Very nice. This is going to be a way of surveying people, like via the online features. We might showcase that. How do you find your first school commune? Yeah, I had a blast. Found a shiny. This pig. This isn't supposed to be pink, is it, Clavel? I'm so buzzing about that, man. Look after my friend. Oh, but speaking of which, we saw some of those Team Star kids in town, Director. You did? Where? It was down the stairs from the front gates. They were hassling this kid with an EV backpack. This is quite the news. Are they still to be found out there? Actually, Peter went all flexed on him. Ugh, let's go. Man him off. You don't say. Of course, it's a fine thing to try and help a fellow student, but you might wish to show a bit of restraint as you find your feet here at our academy. Do you remember that the school staff is here to resolve any such troubles? Yes, Director. Child with an EV backpack, you say? Suppose that might have been Miss Penny. I'm ready to hear she's come to class. So she's the school truant. Nice. Okay, so this is going to be the last segment of the tutorial. It's going to effectively showcase the 3 different paths you can take within this game. If you've been following the trailers, of course, you would know about these different paths. We'll showcase them in a second. Why are all my fellow school students like moving in 5 frames per second? Look at that guy. You all look like weird Rick and Morty NPCs in the simulation. I don't like it. And this is with the day 1 patch applied. You can come on in. Oh, this is my worst nightmare, being introduced to a freaking class of people. No. Right, I'm Petey Whittle, so calm and collected. He's pretty cool. Shut up. That is not what people would be saying. Be like, just sit down, you dweeb. Now, ask you a question. What's your favorite? Oh, no one would be like this. I like collecting Pokemon if you're asking, though. You are not totally the same. I have a question. You went to the trouble of it. Oh, stop asking me. This is bullying. Don't ask me questions. You must have some kind of dream, right? I want to be a song trainer. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. Thanks for telling us a bit about that. I'm Mr. Jack. I teach biology here at the academy. Yes. Okay, yeah, let's sit down next to her. Let's go. All right, you ragamuffins. Be nice and friendly to our new classmate. Whatever. Okay, Mr. Jack. Get to know the academy. Oh. So we're like has class like ended? Where's our teacher gone? Why am I just like leaving the class and everyone's just sitting there? What's going on? Why am I just allowed to leave? Anyway, we go to the cafeteria. This is where we're going to be introduced to various different storyline elements, basically giving you the diverging paths. So we talk to this guy. I can't remember your name for now. I'm sorry, sir. Arvin. This guy is going to tell us about a specific storyline involving the Titans within the game. Our school seems to be talking about you. Yes. Wouldn't even bother showing up for class, but I came all the way to school today just to talk with you, our new celebrity. All right, gotta help me out so I can finally make my dream a reality. Happy to help. Oh, kind of little maniac says yes to something. They even know what they're agreeing to. Well, I kind of do know what we're doing. Unfortunately, the trailers have kind of spoiled it. Herba Mystica, basically there's some kind of special herbs that heal up any Pokemon as soon as it eats them. Now there are a total of 5 different types of Herba Mystica based on what I read. This story quest is basically going to unlock the different features that Monsters of Area 0. In fact, I will hide my webcam for a second so you can see that. As we descended further into Area 0, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wondered if these huge ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a blast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. That is so dark. It is so dark. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan, yet differences, such as its sheer size and the shape of its back, set it apart, as do its great tusks. Showcase you the picture as well. That was shown in trailers. This story quest is basically going to unlock the different methods of traversal that Koraidon or Miraidon, if you're playing Pokemon Scarlet, is capable of. Stuff like the ability to dash, stuff like the ability to glide, swim, jump higher, all of that kind of stuff are edged to the places where the Titans are available to battle. You are able to do this from the very beginning of the game, and this might even be the one feature that scales with your Pokemon. I'm not 100% on that, so do some experimentation for yourself. I am going to defeat all of these Titans in a singular episode a little bit later on down the line. because I think mixing it in with like gym battles and stuff like that, it will just like bloat out the episodes. But I recommend you get that done as fast as possible so you have the ability to swim and just explore the region like as much as you want. I hacked your smartphone so I could talk to you. What do you mean hacked? Why is my arm glitching? As far as you're concerned, it means I'm basically in control of your phone right now. What's going on with my arm? Am I the glitch? Never mind that. It's you I want to talk about. I hear you're a trainer with serious potential. Cassiopeia. If that description is accurate, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Tell me, Peter Winnell. You know about Team Star, right? Yes. Great. I appreciate you being up front here. Team Star is a group of troublemakers formed by some Academy students a while back. They cause headaches for the school and try to bring other students down to their level. And I refuse to sit idly by and let them get away with it. So I've come up with a plan to bring down Team Star and force them to disband for good. I call it Operation Starfall, but I'll need allies to carry out this operation. I'd like you to be one of them. This is basically introducing another of the 3 storyline elements. This one is to take on Team Star. What's going on with my arm? I don't feel so good, man. Master Peter Winnell. Please do try to keep your voice down if you're making calls within the school. Okay. You don't want anyone else overhearing any personal information, after all. So many things we need to worry about. Yes, in this day of age. Whatever, sir. Goodbye. He's just side-eyeing us. Team Star, you say? Alright. And now we have one last little thing we need to activate. And we can go outside for that. Oh, no. I'm out of order. I'm completely out of order. There's still one class we need to take. Where do we want to go? We want to go to the staff room. We haven't actually had the prompt that comes up for the Team Star storyline, so I'm probably being a bit stupid here. Right? So this is going to activate Victory Road. How you doing? They're just conversing. I really do think this game could have done with voice acting, and I'll talk about that in a future episode. Very well, Champion Nimona. I trust you to handle this in my stead. Count on me. Glad to hear it. Good day then. Yes. So this is an important character. Pardon me. Are we going to be introduced to her? Peter Winnell. Hey, who was that? Piqued your interest? That lady is what they call her La Primera. She's strong. She can do pretty much anything. She's got cool practically coming out of her ears. She's basically everything I want to be, or that any Pokemon trainer would want to be, really. Remember in homeroom when I asked what your dream is? Yes. She already set on becoming a really strong trainer. I've got an idea for you. Champion rank. Yes, I want to do that. That's going to be my main port of call for the first few episodes, for the first like 9 episodes or so. Who reach champion rank are the ones who raise their Pokemon really strongly. They're pro tier battlers. Their moves keep crowds absolutely on the edge of their seats. You have to prove yourself to the Pokemon League to officially get the title of champion. And to do that, you have to do more than just take classes here. You're going to take on 8 Pokemon gyms and win so you can collect their gym badges. Once you've done all that, all that's left is the champion assessment. Once you pass that, then at long last you'll be a champion. Be a champion, not the champion, which is interesting wording. Not to brag or anything, alright? I reached champion rank during our last treasure hunt, you know? The treasure hunt is a special independent study thing we've got here. Should happen soon. Our last one started not long after the beginning of this school year. It's great. You get to leave school to go have an adventure and learn whatever you want. So, Nimona is basically introducing us to the Victory Road storyline. This is the traditional series of 8 gyms, and then battling a champion. I think the way they've went about this is like an interesting way of explaining it, but it isn't too dissimilar to previous Pokemon games. There has always been like a bad team, and there's always been 8 gyms with the exception of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Obviously the implementation of Titans is a little bit different, but there's always been like 2 subquests. It's been very linear. Ding dong dong ding. Alright, so we're going to be sent to probably our dorms now, or director's office. Alright. Again, we are so close to the end of like the tutorial sections / the setting up of everything that this game has to offer. So director's office, okay. Is this where we're told to butt out Team Stars, maybe. Let's find out. Just in his office, like Mr. Burns. All right. Thank you for coming, Master Peter Winnell. Have you been enjoying your time? Yes, yes, I have. It's the most wonderful to hear. It's got fossils on the wall. That's quite cool. You may be wondering why we could not have simply conversed earlier in the cafeteria, but let me assure you, there is a reason why I asked you to meet me here in my office. Since there's a friend of mine has a rather serious matter they'd like to discuss with you. Okay, interesting. Where is he? Okay. Afraid they aren't actually here. Go on, this tutorial's already like taking its time. Oh, they're going to be on the TV. Okay, let's find out. Let's see. This is Professor Sarah, I believe her name is. Nice to meet you. Of course, showcased in one of the... Sada, not Sarah. My name is Professor Sada. I carry out Pokemon research within the great crater of Paldea at a site known as Area Zero. Very cool. I think it's going to be limited to the post-game. Professor is, in fact, a graduate of our fine academy, as well as a suspended researcher. Well, allow me to get straight to the point. Professor Peter Winnell, student ID number 805C393. You're the student who travels with the unusual Pokemon Koraidon. Is that correct? How do you know that? I appreciate you are honest with confirming the facts. Why wouldn't I be? I don't really have anything to lose, do I? Did not mean to offend you. Yeah, assistant, sure thing. Let's find out what she wants. Koraidon, I love you. I love this little man. Oh, how good to see that you're well. It's been quite a while since we last met. I did just assign it gender. It's genderless, but I just love it. Its Pokeball was also originally mine. I assume you received it from a young man called Avron. I am no longer in any position to be able to manage that Pokemon myself. So I would ask of you, will you continue looking after Koraidon on my behalf? Yes. Okay, so what this is basically giving us the use of Koraidon as a form of mobility. In all likelihood, it will require some time to fully regain its capabilities. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So this basically means we have a way of running around that isn't just on foot. Because, my lord, it is, a little bit, just running up the stairs of this town. If we were forced to, run around on foot, it would be a nightmare. I mean, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Breath of the Wild, obviously... Unless you had a horse or the motorcycle that was in the DLC, that wasn't so bad. Maybe it wouldn't have been too bad. They'd have just had to pace things out a bit more, maybe. Put a more emphasis on the environment. Anyway, Nimona is going to interrupt us. You still here, Peter Winnell? You got called into the director's office. I'm not in trouble, Nimona. I'm doing good. Yes, private room. Okay, we're going to see our dorm room. Is this something that doesn't really, have any storyline significance? I feel like this is a bit fillery. That's why I didn't want to split this up into numerous videos, because this is filler. These tutorials, they're filler. Check out your new bed. Okay, a quick rest on the beds. All right, yes. Telling me to get into bed already, Nimona. All right. You're freaking 10. Stop. Right. Let's rest up. What is important to note is the day-night cycle isn't tied to the real world anymore. It isn't set to your Switch clock. It's actually based just within its own parameters. So look, time is passing. Start your new life. Thankfully, it's skipping all the lessons we would have had. That's the day arrives for your true adventure to begin. Let's go. Let's do it. I like that there's a text prompt for the... I guess it's nice for people who are, maybe hard of hearing to know that there's an alarm going on. You know what? Stop being ableist, Phil, you piece of crap. It's time. All right, Nimona. I've been waiting forever for this. Come on, let's go out to the schoolyards. Let's go. Right, and now we are on the last leg of... oh, okay. You have to interact with the door. You can't just interact with her. This is the last leg of this episode. I don't know if I've split it up into 2 at this point. I don't think I would have, but yeah. It seems everyone is here. Well, then it's time that I explained your independent study assignment. As usual, the theme will be a treasure hunt. I like Nimona as a character. I'm not gonna lie. I think she's very like focused on like battling and stuff, and she isn't a bad rival. She isn't an easy to beat rival because she's simply just following along at your pace. But she has Pokemon that are capable of like, quote unquote, being the champion. Anyway, these are definitely not screenshots taken within the game engine because they looked too pretty. The game's pretty, but it's just not that pretty. Of course, your Pokemon partners will be there to help you. You will journey together, learn new things together, share each other's thoughts and feelings, and find something you might always treasure. Damn, the real treasure we're hunting is the friends we met along the way or something. I don't know. I look forward to welcoming you all back after your independent study, and you return to us as fine young trainers. Okay, I'm interested to see if we like bump into school trainers out in the wild as trainers we can actually battle. Because I haven't actually been paying attention to the trainers you see in the overworld while I've been like just practicing, so I can structure these better for you guys. I'd be interested to see how that works. This tutorial generally is about 2 hours if you're like exploring like Los Platos and the South Province Area 1. This would have lasted a lot longer if I had like explored every nook and cranny, beaten all the trainers within the area, stuff like that. See, entering is a violation of school rules, so we're not allowed in the crater. That's to be expected. In fact, the crater is blocked off to you until you've completed at least one of the narratives. It might be all 3. Can we go on Koraidon? No, we can't just yet. So again, we gotta run. We gotta just keep walking. PD bueno, PD bueno. The treasure hunt, it's finally starting. Let's go, let's do it. I know what it is, but my trainer person doesn't. Fair question, since your first time, let's walk and talk. This is basically where we are given the keys to the kingdom. We are given the freedom to do exactly what we want. You want to take on the Titans? Sick, you can go do that. You want to go to the uppermost area, the northernmost area, and take on the strongest Pokemon within the region? Sure, you can do that. You won't be able to use them because there are level requirements based on like gyms and stuff, but not requirements, restrictions. Based on the amount of gym badges you have, but you can do that. You want to take on all of Team Stars? You can do that. Or if you just want to take on the gym battles, you can do that. You and me for sure go a battle if we run into each other out there. Hope you're ready. Absolutely, let's do it. Not now, but next time we bump into each other. I meant to tell you, do you know your phone's map app lets you set yourself destinations? Take one of the gyms as your destination? We can do that. So the first gym we are going to go to. Oh, Arvin is going to interrupt us and tell us we should help him out with his thing. There he goes. Yes, gonna have his hands full searching out Titan Pokemon with me. Hey, look, I'm doing the gyms first. You're gonna be too busy visiting the lairs of Titans and nabbing that. What I might do to structure the episode, I might do the gym leaders and like record doing the Titans, but not show them until I do one big video showcasing them. Just so we have the methods of traversal. We'll see. We'll see. I am literally just spitballing from the top of my head while we're like in this last form of the tutorial. So Cassiopeia is now telling us we need to destroy Team Stars. So, okay. We have the freedom to do what we want. We can do it in any order we want. We can do 2 gyms, then we can do a Titan, then we can do a Team Star member. We can do a Team Star member, then a Titan, then a gym leader. We can do whatever we want. And this game's sick for that. Unfortunately, the levels don't scale But there are like strategies to like cheese the different like higher level gyms or whatever. It's quite cool. Wasn't that what you said, Mona? I want to do the gym leaders though. At least for now. I just think it's going to be what you guys are probably most interested in terms of like strategy, getting through the game as efficiently and quickly as possible. Battle every single Pokemon trainer we meet. Yes, I'm not going to do that. I recommend you do that. Take on as many gym trainers as possible. But I don't think I will, just to like make the videos more entertaining to watch. Like sitting through battle after battle probably isn't the most entertaining. Once we get those herbs, I'll make you the absolute best sandwich you've had in your life. Ooh, that does sound appealing. Oh, Koraidon likes that as well. What you come out for? Oh my gosh, it just come out because you said sandwich. You're not getting one. Oh, poor thing. Telling you to get a move on. Oh, Koraidon's like, enough of the tutorials. We're done with that. So we just press plus, and now we're able to run around on Koraidon. We don't have any of its features unlocked, so you can't dash with it, unfortunately. But still very, very nice to have. Looks like some kind of weird Cyclizer. You've got Koraidon, you can go pretty much anywhere. Paldea's your cloister. Let's go. Search for those Titan Pokemon. I'd say set out from the East Gate. Since P was actually headed to take on some gyms, I'd say go for the West Gate. Besides, it's way too easy to get lost out east. Okay. So if you want to take on the gym leader, the first gym leader, you are encouraged to go west, which is the bug type gym. I'm going to showcase on the map. Treasure hunt has begun. Fantastic. So in the next episode, we are going to head east. And also, oh god, something I want to recommend to you guys. Press the right stick in. Have your map always facing north like this. God, it makes it so much easier. In the next episode, we are going to take on the first gym in Cortondo town. Cortondo. What's this? It's just called Cortondo. All right, first gym leader, Katie. So we're going to set that as a destination. We're going to head there in the next episode. Thank you for watching. See you guys then.